Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and this is going to be one of the most important videos I ever make on this channel, and that is the number one trait that every single man needs. And this one trait that is not only probably the most desirable trait to women, but also the most important trait for your success and your life is integrity. You hear this word a lot, I imagine, especially lately with all this crazy stuff happening on YouTube that I'm not even going to dive into today because it's not productive and I don't do drama on this channel. This is a place I want you all to leave feeling a little bit happier and a little bit healthier than when you got here. So the number one trait that you should all be striving for and living your life by is integrity. So what is integrity exactly? The definition, according to the internet, is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles and moral uprightness. So I found a little quote that I wanted to share with you all before I get started because I think it is a really good one, and it says, "Men of integrity value what is honest, true, noble, trustworthy, kind, and right ahead of personal gain." So some things I want you to think about is, who are you when nobody is watching? Integrity is consistent. It's not something you just wake up, snap your fingers, and you're like, you know what? I want to have integrity today. Integrity is something that you have to strive towards, work on as you go through life, because you're always going to be faced with new challenges. And I'm not going to lie, with outside influence and all these crazy things going on all the time, integrity takes work and it takes discipline and it takes consistency. It's about standing up for what you believe in. It's about making sure that your words match your actions. Being a man of integrity is one of the best things that you can do for yourself and also the people that are around you. A man of integrity shows up and does what he says he's going to do, which is something that I feel like is very incredibly rare nowadays. I think that's why integrity stands out so much when you see it. So I'm going to go over some characteristics of a man with integrity, or really just a person with integrity. I think this is the same for women, but obviously keep in mind my channel is 95% male. So when I'm talking to you guys, that's kind of where I direct it because it just makes the most sense for me. But understand that this is just for being a person of integrity. I try to every single day be a person of integrity and do all the things that I'm about to talk about. So I'm going to go over some of the most important characteristics of someone with integrity, things to look out for, and things that you should all be keeping in mind when you go into a new situation or you're faced with challenges or really just living your everyday life. Number one, we have authenticity, and a man with integrity is authentic, and that is what makes him powerful. A man with integrity is authentic. He's not afraid to be himself, and he knows what he wants and he goes for it. Someone with integrity is positive. They aren't a pessimistic, woe is me, I am the victim type person. They also don't thrive on drama and conflict, and instead of being someone who gossips or talks bad about people or puts people down, they rise above that and know that they're better than that. So someone who is positive, able to see the positives in situations and not be someone who is just tied down by drama and conflict all the time. Someone with integrity can keep their cool. They are cool as a cucumber even when conflict comes their way. When people are in conflict or when things aren't going well for them is when you can see the integrity there. So if they blow up or have a short fuse or freak out, that is something that they need to work on. There's no integrity there. Staying calm, keeping your cool, and not letting your emotions get the best of you and make you act out or be reckless is incredibly important, and a guy with integrity has this down. Are you honest? Can people rely on you and trust you? Regardless of what situation you're in, a guy with integrity is honest and he's trustworthy, and his words match his actions. Next up, we have admitting when you're wrong. And as humans, I think we naturally have sometimes a hard time doing this because it takes a little jab at our ego when we have to admit that we're wrong, right? But a guy with integrity is not worried about looking right all the time. He's worried about being a good person and not playing the victim or pointing fingers when things don't necessarily go his way, he didn't get his way, or he does something wrong. So a guy with integrity admits when he does something wrong and has an okay time doing that. This includes apologizing because you genuinely know you messed up, and not just because you got caught or all of a sudden you're dealing with all these consequences from your actions and now you feel like you have to apologize because things are going downhill for you, okay? Someone with integrity owns up to their mistakes, admits when they're wrong, and has no problem doing this, because at the end of the day, they want people to know that they are trustworthy, that they are a man of integrity, and that people can rely on them and trust them. And that is far more important than being right. Next, I have being empathetic and being kind. And this is something that people really struggle with, especially online. I cannot tell you how many mean comments I've gotten. And anytime a man leaves a mean comment, I know that they are not a man of integrity, because a man of integrity would never leave a comment on some random person's video or picture that they've never even met before, saying something hurtful or hateful or mean. So keep this in mind the next time you go to comment on something that you don't agree with. It's okay to have an opinion and to move on without trying to attack that person, okay? Be kind to the people around you, be the bigger person. Even when you're in conflict, I think a lot of times when people are fighting with other people or in conflict, that is when you notice that they have the hardest time being kind. They start to attack the other person's appearance or put them down or just say really hurtful and mean things. That is why on this channel, I do not talk about drama. I do not put people down. Even when I do reaction videos, I would never say something hurtful about another person, because someone else can have a different opinion than me and still be a great person. Or, I can have a different opinion without trying to tear this other person down. So on this channel, I will always try to spread positivity and be a light amongst all of the dark channels on the internet. There's enough hate to go around, and if you're someone who promotes hate or harassment or bullying or just bitterness into the world, you don't get a support from me. If you're someone who is struggling with this, I want you to first look at the people that you look up to. So I think in life, we all have people that we admire or we look up to, and do they embody the character traits that you wish you had yourself? If not, they probably aren't a good role model for you. Really thinking about the content you consume and the people you follow and the people that you just generally look up to is incredibly important, because the people you surround yourself with and the people you admire have a huge impact and shape the way that you view yourself, the people around you, and the world in general. So if all of that is negative, then what do you think your view is going to be? It's going to be negative. So pay attention to the content you're consuming. This is a huge topic that I'm probably going to make an entire video about, and I'm not trying to hate on anybody right now or talk about anybody specifically. This is something that I've just noticed as I post on YouTube and I look at other creators to see what they're doing, and I see a lot of really not good role models for young men or young women, and I just want you guys to understand who you're looking up to and really think about if they're a good role model for you. I think sometimes the people that you admire and the people that you surround yourself with can heavily contribute to your success or your downfall, so choose wisely. Being a man of integrity leads to success, respect, and admiration from the people that you surround yourself with and just the people around you or the people that look up to you in general. So keep this in mind. Being a man of integrity is powerful. It's amazing. Not only is this going to make you more attractive to women, that is like so far off the point here. This is for you. This is for your success, your purpose, your path, and for you succeeding in life. Being a man of integrity is the number one most important thing. And this is because when you're aligned with yourself and what you want in life and you know what you need to do to get there, you're going to be happier with yourself, and all of your other relationships, including the one with yourself, will flourish. And since I always like to give a woman's perspective, I want you to understand how powerful this is when you're interacting with women. Women love a man who knows what he wants and follows through with getting the things that he wants. His words match his actions. When your words match your actions, this is going to make her be able to trust you more, because you trust yourself enough to get things done. And when you trust yourself, the people around you can trust you as well. It's going to make the woman in your life feel safe and secure, and your relationship will flourish because of it. And I guarantee you, if you pay attention to this in your relationships, when you lack integrity and you lack that drive to do good and to do the things that you believe in, every other aspect of your life will suffer, because you're losing focus. You aren't being authentic. You aren't being honest. You aren't being the real you. So when you do those things, every other aspect of your life will increase. And I want to leave you with this question to think about, because I believe that you can really see your integrity when you think about it this way. Who are you when nobody is watching? I think sometimes people are very different when they know someone is watching versus when nobody is watching. So you want to be the person who still has integrity and stands up for what he believes in and does the right thing and is honest and trustworthy, even when you know that not a soul is watching you. Because I guarantee you there's always someone watching. So keep this in mind and understand how powerful integrity is. I hope that you all found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. Let me know in the comments down below if you feel like this is something that you struggle with, what areas you do well in, what areas you're lacking. Just share your knowledge with some of the guys down below. I think it's incredibly helpful when you all share your stories and your struggles, and we can all come together to help each other. So be sure to leave your comments down below. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys on there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.